Yeah. Shut up. They're using your ships! Any slobby. Shanks, hi guys, I'm Judy, and today I'm going to be watching One Piece episodes 248. I just looked at it and I don't remember. Not just, but yeah. 248, 249, and 250. In the last episode, we mostly focused on Usopp having to acknowledge the fact that the ship is gone, that Mary is done for. And it was really sad. And we also realized like what the whole thing was with the mysterious person who was fixing the ship on the Sky Island. And it turns out it was just the ship itself because it loved them so much that it wanted to keep on going for them. It was so beautiful to know that. It was really well done. And then Frankie's door was I wanted to say beat down, but no, they just knocked and waited for an answer, and then they attacked the two sisters. And yeah, CP9. Now we have to face them, or Frankie and Usopp do. Let's get into this episode. Check out my Patreon to get way ahead on One Piece reactions or reactions to other shows that you might be interested in, like My Hero Academia or Demon Slayer. But most importantly, I hope you enjoyed this reaction. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to help my channel grow. Don't forget to support the original content, and let's get into it. The interrupting is not the problem, woman. Oh. He was kind of affected. He seemed like... Frankie's stronger than them? Than their iron body? Just... Yeah. Like my little sisters, yeah. They're not really family. Yeah. How are you? Yeah. And he didn't. Or maybe it can't. I mean, that's Tom? What? Was it Tom? Ooh. Oh, that's interesting. I want to see their past. Yeah, I guess Blueno was just kind of caught off guard or something. Or Blueno's kind of weaker or something. I don't know. Blueno, not Blueno. It was their... Oh, iceberg? They write it with an A? I didn't really know how to write that because, I mean, iceberg is with an E, but also somewhere they wrote it with a U. Yeah. Yeah, it is Tom. That's the Kokoro? She was a lot taller. It's always funny to me how the old ones, like, somehow, like, I get it that you kind of shorten with age, but to this degree. Okay, now you just pissed it off. What is it? What does it say on the sail? Well, Battlefront. What does it say, Ma? That's how he doesn't say it when he's older. Hello, Tom. Pretty impressive dude, this Tom. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna ask who the rabbit was. That's how you launch a ship. Wow, okay. Also, you just kind of fixed in the mast. Are all of them called masts? Anyway, pretty easily. Bakanki. Oh, so when she heard he died, it was like, it really affected her. But she knew it's him. I mean, obviously. And she kept on drinking. I guess once you start, it's not that easy to stop. Oh, okay. Like, there's no difference in the part of it in the ship. He's an interesting dude, Tom, as his name doesn't really indicate at all. Oh, that's what this is. Oh, Tom? Yeah. He finished the blueprints? No, wait. Oh, it was right after he was executed. Oh, okay. That's the... Any slobby. Okay, that has nothing to do with Pluton at the moment. Yeah. Why? Did he sell it to him after he was king of the pirates? I guess.
わしは今、海上の線路をドンと走る蒸気機関、パドルシップを構想している。今や、すさんだ人々の心が沈む島を不安に思う気持ちだとして、海列車。
Okay.
失礼、すぐに連行しますので。いや、ちょっと待って。
Wait. You're making so much progress.
島へ煙を上げて海の線路を走る船。
So they allowed him to do that.
水面の少し下をゆらゆら揺れて波には決して逆らわず海列車はロープを手繰るようにその線路を道しるべとするだけだ。さらに線路とパドルの間に魚たちの嫌がる不協和音を出す仕組みを考えている。
It uses the railway as a guide, I guess. Yeah.
海列車はウォーターセブンの希望だ。何年かかる？ 10年。 では作ってみせよう。造船技師トムに海列車の開発機関として10年の執行猶予を言い渡す。
But then after the 10 years, he's gonna be taken to prison? Oh, it's... Oh, that's the frog. Yeah. Oh.
あいつはいつでもまっすぐなだけよ。にどんと海鮮島に現れたガキがガラクタを使って大砲を作っていたのには驚いた。おさ、俺拾ってくれ。親から見捨てられたんだ。
They just abandon you?
追えねえガキだと親に船から放り出されたんだと。バカだな、ろくでもねえ海賊のようだが。傑作。たくましいじゃないの。
Sure is.
おめえら二人はいつか必ず世界に通用する造船技師になるんだ。仲良くやんな。フランキーには無理だね。最後から行かれてんだ、あいつは。
Even at the Cell Lord level. Okay, they had an interesting relationship. Iceberg and Frankie, I mean. Oh, he joined in. Let's go. So why is the frog fighting the train now all the time? To make sure that it doesn't, it's not weak? I don't know.
それ本当かよ。トムズワーカーズが海列車を完成させただと。うわ、本当に走るのかこんな船が。危ねえよ。犯罪者の作った船なんて。私乗る。おいや、パドルの線路を使ってる。
The paddles? Honestly, don't know what. Oh, those are the sisters.
この時初めて閉ざされ、廃れゆく街から悩まされる人々を乗せて、海列車パフィングトムは海を渡った。
Oh. so lovely. I really like this backstory. Okay, it was really nice to see them as children, to see their relationship. Also, it wasn't that straightforward. They were both, well, I don't know, actually, iceberg, where what his relationship with his parents is or anything, but he was apprenticing there at the very least. And Frankie was taken in, like, because he's an actual, like, he was just a bandit. And I liked it, like, it was interesting that he just, like, did his own thing, worked on his own battleships, and, like, didn't really participate until, like, and felt, felt at first it was, like, awkward for him, and he didn't want to participate, and he was kind of, making a point, but then he did, and it was kind of beautiful. And seeing Kokoro, and I mean, I guess we realized that she was close to Frankie, obviously, and she started drinking once she heard or something, once Flame, what's his name? I forgot by now. Once he died, basically, it was said he died, but honestly, I don't even know if she thought, like, if it was real to her at the time, like, if she wasn't in on the whole plot. Because right now she's, we saw her at the bar with Frankie. I think she knows who he is. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe it wasn't his death that caused her to stop drinking. I have no idea. I don't know. I thought it was like some kind of, I don't know. Anyway, or maybe it was part of the ploy. The fact that she started drinking to show that she was, very sad about it, that he died, and she actually knew he did it or something. So also it's interesting. Okay, so Tom built the ship of Gold Roger. And I guess at the time that he built it for him and sold it to him, he was already an established pirate, at least, if not the king of the pirates already. So he was like, so I guess that's why they blame him for it. But it seems like it doesn't even matter. Like, even if he was before Gold Roger was such a big pirate, it doesn't matter, because it's Gold Roger and he's the king of the pirates, and he's the one who's causing, he was executed because for causing all that havoc. So they just immediately, like they pretty much said, they immediately execute. They say they execute everyone who's related to him, or like who helped him, in his piracy. Whereas, any other pirate that someone sold a ship to, it's totally fine. Doesn't even matter. It's just him in particular that the government is like against, and they need to go against him all the way. And so it's kind of funny. Yeah, funny. It's kind of like not fair, I guess. But because I mean, it was Tom who was kind of making it clear to Frankie that it doesn't matter who's gonna sail the ship. The ship is still a ship. Like you build a ship. And then it doesn't change. Like, it's not a pirate ship or a navy ship. Like, the ship itself, like, there's no fundamental difference about it. So for him, it was building a ship, and it didn't matter to him who sailed it. I mean, I guess that's kind of like, that's kind of being purposefully, like, kind of blind, kind of saying, like, oh, I know this Roger dude is, like, a pirate. I'm going to sell him a ship. He's going to continue being a pirate. But, like, I knowingly sell it to him, knowing that he will use it as a pirate. But a lot of people in this show are like, they're so, like, what makes them good in some way, or like protagonist material, or like, the good side material, is the fact that they are so, like, dedicated to their passion and their work, like, to the point that it doesn't matter to them, like, the other circumstances. Like, it's all about the shipbuilding. It doesn't matter what it's used for afterwards. He's not going to say no to building a wonderful ship, even if it's like, it's going to be used as a pirate ship. Like, he doesn't distinguish between people. So, as far as the government's concerned, I guess. I mean, the thing is that the government needs to make a stand. Like, the fact that they executed Gold Roger was so that, it would, like, it was supposed to, basically to stop anyone from wanting to be a pirate. Like, to stop pirates, to make pirates afraid of the consequences, basically. You can just be a pirate and nothing will come of it. They're trying, there's a better word of that. But, and so, and the fact that they killed Gold Roger kind of launched the biggest pirate era of all. So now they were kind of left scrambling, like, oh, we have to continue with this, Although at the time that they just killed Gold Roger, maybe they didn't realize yet what exactly they caused, even though it was kind of like he said at his execution, like, go find the One Piece, not the One Piece, go find my treasure. And they pretty much left right away, right? All the pirate wannabes and whatever. So yeah, I guess it was pretty clear right away what they caused. I think if it's exactly how it happened in the anime as well. Anyway, so but anyway, they have to keep on going strong, I guess, against Gold Roger and anyone who's connected to him and anyone who's connected to his piracy, to show that they are not going to just let this continue. Like, they have to make a stand. They have to use force, I guess, against anyone that's connected with Gold Roger at this point. So yeah, Tom just happens to be caught in the just happens. There's a reason probably why Gold Roger went to him. It's not like they make it a point of, like, he obviously doesn't make it a point of, like, I don't build ships for pirates. So I guess you can convict him for that. The thing is, though, that in the show, pirates are not necessarily always the bad guys. I mean, a lot of times they are, but sometimes they aren't. And the Navy is definitely not always the good guys, for sure. And I mean, our guys are the pirates and they're the good guys, and and so you can't just have people who are against piracy again, I guess, and like, you can't just generally see pirates as bad guys and kind of go with that. Like, the point is that, it doesn't matter who you are, kind of, it matters what you do. Even as a pirate, you can be a good pirate. So, like, okay, good is a little bit, it's not exactly the right term for this. I mean, I'm using good and bad, but it's obviously not really that. Because our guys still do pirate things. Like, obviously they're not good, but they also, I guess good here means kind of like honest and loyal and free and whatever. So, honest, and then you steal from people. But honest to I guess, when it comes to certain things. I guess stealing is, like, you say, I'm a pirate, and then you steal. It's like, you're being honest, Like, you're not hiding your intentions from people. Anyway, so obviously, like, characters that are going to, like, be on our side can't be against pirates, like, at the core, like generally, just like, you're a pirate, I'm going to, like, hate you and view you as a criminal no matter what. Like, the people that have sided with us have always been like, we're able to see that Luffy and his crew are not bad, even if they're pirates, kind of. So Tom is of the same ilk, and yeah, and he's a good guy. Usually they're also objectively good guys, I guess, the people, that are connected to the crew. And I think I was gonna say, the whole, like, fight with Bluno. I wonder if, like, it was kind of like Bluno was kind of the closest to Frankie of the CP9, so maybe it was kind of that a little bit, like that caught him off guard in a way, which is why Frankie was able to do something to him at first, or seem to, like, have kind of the upper hand a little bit, not exactly, but really managed to crash through his, like, iron body thing and hurt him or something. Maybe it was kind of Bluno. I don't know, getting a little bit wrong-footed there or something. I don't know, because for a second I was like, what? Frankie is like his cyborg body is stronger than the iron body thing. Maybe it is. I don't know. But then, when Lucci kicked him, that definitely seemed like as strong as you would expect. I guess it was a vulnerable spot, though, and maybe that was not part of the cyborg part. So I'm not sure about that. But okay, let's get into the next episode and continue the story. I'm really liking it, as I already said. I know there's something really, really sweet about Frankie and Iceberg as younger versions of themselves. I don't know. I really liked seeing them as brats in their own way. I forgot that that's where we left off with Luffy. And I was like, what? What am I watching? What is happening? Where's Frankie? And he fell into the sea, yeah. I guess there's not going to be more to the story. I think there should be, because we didn't really cover what made Frankie into, like, when he became a cyborg. Oh wait, he became a cyborg so people wouldn't realize who he is. No, I think he became. I'm not sure. I think he kind of went away and then returned, and he was a cyborg at that point, I think. And then they just kind of used that to pretend he was someone else. Kati Flam is his name. The thing is, though, that Iceberg called him Frankie, like, as soon as he met him, pretty much. But he still signed his name as Kati Flam. And then, yeah, they just called him Frankie from then on and never referred to him as Kati Flam again, I guess. Because I guess I thought that maybe they were, like, kind of made a new name for him so no one would realize who he is. I guess not a lot of people knew him in general as Frankie. Okay, we are continuing. So we just saw that recap. Oh. No, we are continuing in the present. Okay. It's sweet. I agree. Now you're just doing it to mess with him, but that makes sense. What, he built a ship? Is anyone who built a ship for a pirate getting executed at this point? Eight years ago. It was bustling by that point. So, and did that guarantee that he would be free? They're using scraps, I guess. Are they using? I guess so, mostly. Or just Frankie's. Is Frankie the only one using scraps for his ships? And then it became, like, it makes sense why you would become a demolition worker, I guess. Nice going to. Oh. What are you doing? If you can't stop, you mean? Yeah, okay. Yeah, what does he do with all of them? That's true. Like, I mean, it's one thing to build ships that anyone can use. It's another to build, well, I guess it's the same thing.
ちょっとお待ちくださいよ。まずはちゃんと謝ってほしい。そして私の話を聞いてほしい。
Okay.
裁判の件か。
なんですそれは。いえ、そちらの方は存じていませんが。
Those guys around him.
知らん。そんなものの設計図は持ってねえ。嘘をつけ。人が下手に出てりゃ視野を切り倒しやがって。ウォーターセン
You've been acting humble.
壁はついてるんだ。身の回りを取り調べれば、あっという間に現物が出てくる。
Is it supposed to look like a panda or something?
あるのか？
あるともトム。お前がゴールドロジャーの船を作った滞在人だってのも、なんと調査済みだ。罪人である以上、お前の身柄はこちらの自由になるわけだ。
そんなことは、とうに政府に漏れてる。
何？
Yeah, they do. What? You're stupid. Who?
じゃあなぜ貴様は捕まらず、ここで船大工をやってるんだ。
情報部員なら自分で調べろ。じゃあな。
Yeah, why didn't you know anything? What kind of intelligence are you?
トムなら司法船との約束を果たしたからな。
Maybe it just became like a crime to build ships for pirates as soon as Gold Roger, like as soon as the government decided to go and fool against pirates and stuff. So before that it wasn't, and then it was. Or it always was, but it wasn't enforced as much.
世に言う大海賊時代幕開けから10年以上経過し、海賊どもはみるみる力をつけ、数も増加するばかり。古代兵器の復活阻止など、古代兵器は我々が所持し、この大海賊時代を打ち払うのです。
時代は動いている。
Is that?
ならばその設計図とやらをまず手に入れてみせろ。話はその先だ。この件お前に一任しよう。スパンダム。
Oh, there's the world government, dude.
アイスバーグ、フランキー。
He's gonna tell them about it.
こんなもん人間に作れんのか？造船史上最悪の化け物だ。政府がこの設計図の存在に気づいて動き出している。
公益が分かった。受け取るよ。
すんげえアイスバーグ。おい、作ってみようぜ。
バカ野郎。
I kind of expected that reaction.
これは俺が管理する。こんなもんこの世に存在させちまったら。
I mean, he was building battleships.
しかしもうどうしようとおめえらの自由さ。やばくなったら。
But aren't all the ships they build battleship like if there's no difference between a pirate ship and a navy ship? Maybe it didn't mean there is no difference physically. It just meant there's no difference in how I'm going to treat building a ship, no matter for who. Maybe the ships themselves are different, but not really. Navy and pirate do use battleships both, I guess. I guess Frankie's battleships, like maybe they don't, like Frankie's battleships are especially battle focused. Like they're more than just the ships they usually build for anyone. And yeah, I have a bad feeling about this. How old are you? Really? 14 years? It's Spandam? Because he doesn't want... Yeah, okay. I have bad feelings for concrete reasons. I just didn't realize he would just act like this, I guess. They're using your ships! Oh no, now he realizes why it was so bad to create them so carelessly, I guess.
フランキーの船が司法船を襲ってる。
待っとくれ、フランキーじゃねえよ。あいつは今街に。
わかってるよ。あいつがこんなことをしねえことぐらい。
Okay, I thought for a second they would think that. Yeah, they're going to blame him for that. And then they're going to execute him?
何者なんだあ の船団も。
地方戦襲撃は成功です。そうか。では次のシナリオへ速やかに移行しろ。これは正義のための犠牲だ。
What sacrifice exactly? The judicial ship, you mean? Yeah, they're going to blame them for it.
おい、船団が離れていくぞ。待てよ。俺、あの船に見覚えがあるぞ。
Everyone knew him as Frankie. No one knew him as Cutty Flame.
よし、船を離れるぞ。なんだ？誰も乗ってねえの。こっちもだ。どの船にも誰もいねえ。どういうことだ？
They just left. I mean, I don't think it was... Oh, what? What? That was... What's the plan here? The plan was supposed to kill them?
何があったんだ？大丈夫なのかよ。なあ。
I wouldn't say so. He warned you about that.
俺の船にやられたのか。俺は言ったぞ。何度も。
Yeah.
俺の船でトムさんが。
But why would they do that? I thought they wanted to pin it on them. So why did they try to hurt them?
誰かを傷つける。それがお前にとって大切な人間でもだ。
Yeah, that's an important lesson to learn.
地方戦襲撃の犯人にさせられる。
Yeah.
設計図が欲しくて、トムさんを罪人として取り調べてからだ。俺はお前を
Forgive you.
許されぞ、フランキー。
I'm so confused. Why did they do that? Like, okay, they attacked the judicial ship. That makes sense with the Frankie battleships. And then they used more Frankie battleships to attack the other Frankie battleships. Knowing, I think that Tom and Iceberg were on that. I mean, the only reason we needed that in the story so Frankie would understand how bad it was that, you know, his ships were used. Because it's one thing for them to be used, you know, against them. I mean, yeah, it's bad enough, but they were also physically hurt by them. So it was like a blow for Frankie to realize, like, oh, to see it in front of his eyes that they were bleeding and hurt because of his ships. But why would Spandam do that? If he wants to pin the blame on them, why would he shoot them with the other? Like, what? Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense. I don't know what's going on there. Because if anything, it just makes it seem like, oh, maybe they weren't together because you know, some of them, Frankie's battleships were used against other Frankie battleships, so maybe they were fighting among each other, like among them, and only some of them are responsible and the other are not responsible. Or something like that, you know? But why would Spandam want that to happen? Not clear. Or maybe he wanted to kill them so he could say, so they couldn't say that he did it and that they did. Like, what? I don't know. I mean, all the evidence, everyone saw Frankie battleship, like Frankie Battle, I think it says, or Battle Frankie or something. Battle Frankie, it says on the ship. So, like, everyone saw that, so they all know whose ships they are. I mean, them saying that they didn't do it, I don't think anyone would listen to them too. Like, maybe they would, but like the evidence is against them, right? But then why shoot them at all? To make it seem like they were on the ships and they were actually what? I don't know. Maybe there will be like a way to tie it all together or something. But beyond that, okay. So I think maybe, like, so the ships themselves that they build, like, are fundamentally not different. I like between Navy and pirates, both of them use the ships for fighting, obviously. So they need weapons on top of the ship. They need battleships, pretty much. I think Frankie's ships, it's just that they're smaller and they're just, I mean, they're like, maybe what they make for anyone, like regular ships, are like the weapons there are like not the main function of the ship. And Frankie's ships are like, they're small and they just have like this big cannon, you know, they're just weapons kind of. Like there's no room for anything else. They're just weapons. And ships that you build for, you know, pirates and navy alike are not necessarily that. Like they have weapons on top, but it's not, you know, they're not battleships. They have like cannons and stuff. I don't know, honestly. I'm not sure. Because I mean, who sails the sea? Are there just sailors that sail the sea and they don't have any weapons on their ships? I'm not sure about that. Especially when there are pirates all around. You would want weapons on your ship. Even if you are not necessarily like a pirate or a navy or someone who fights for a living, I guess. So, like what makes a ship a battleship? It's a whole different design, I'm pretty sure. But I guess also the difference is that, you know, Frankie was just creating them and then just put it like just kind of, you know, just kind of piling them up. No one was using them. They were just there, and anyone could gain access to them. And you know, the ships that Tom and Iceberg were building, or you know, any shipbuilder is building, like they make them for a certain group of people, and then they take the ship and leave. And you know, there's this purpose for the ship. It's not just, you know, lying around and you don't know who's going to get it. But if you do build ships for pirates or for navy, you know they're going to be used. I mean, who knows where? Like there's, it's still like you have no, like you don't know how they're going to be. Like they could be used against you potentially or something. If you know the dude that you create a ship for suddenly goes crazy or something, or like he has a secret agenda to take down your, you know, your city or something. I don't know. like what's the difference between the ships that Iceberg and Tom build and the ships that Frankie builds? I mean, I pointed out the differences already. I guess those are the differences. Like, he doesn't do them by commission. He just has fun with them. And they are just a weapon, I guess. And also about the whole thing that Tom said, like, last episode about a ship. Like, there are no blueprints for a pirate ship. It's a blueprint for a ship. And then, you know, whoever uses it. And then yeah, it definitely means that the ship itself, you know, physically is not different. If there are, like, no special blueprints for a pirate ship, then it's no different than other ships. Yeah, and I guess overall they're not battleships. I don't know, honestly. I honestly don't know. I mean, like, for instance, the judicial ship. It's not a battleship. Or maybe it is. I don't know. What I'm not clear on is, I think, like, the fact that you have weapons installed on the ship, I guess, doesn't necessarily make it a battleship. A battleship is a weapon in and of itself, kind of. Which is what Frankie was building, which is what the Pluton is. And, like, the other ships are not battleships. They're just ships. Okay, with cannons or something. Anyway, yeah, I think, but I'm not clear about that entirely. And yeah, and this Spandam is wonderful. Oh, and we also caught a glimpse of some of the world government. The guy with the... Why did he look familiar to me? I have no clue. Because I don't think he's Whitebeard. Because Whitebeard didn't have a beard. I think that's what I remember about him. Which was so funny to me, you know. Or was it Blackbeard who didn't have a beard? One of them only had a mustache. Yeah, so, like, a big mustache. I'm sorry, I don't have to say that word. Mustache. But not a beard. I'm pretty sure. I don't remember which of them then. Maybe it was a white beard. I don't know anymore. I'm losing it. I don't just kind of saw him in a poster or something. Or, okay, I guess they'll introduce him at some point and then I'll realize who this guy is. Like there was this guy with, like he looked super familiar to me. That's why I'm like I feel like I saw him before. And I might have. Yeah, I guess it is what it is. I don't know who it is. I don't know who he is. Eventually they'll tell me, and when it becomes relevant again, I guess. And yeah, hopefully. Which episode was it when it was an episode, it was like an episode stuck somewhere in the middle of nowhere. It was just an episode about the world government. Maybe I need to watch that one again, but I don't remember where it was at all. Okay, so where are we getting to? Was it after the Alabasta arc? It was definitely after the Alabasta arc, I think. And before the Skypiea arc. Somewhere in there. I think. Good. Go over to where Frankie is at. No, there's no way Zoro will find his way. Never mind. Oh yeah, another thing that, because I thought it was like a whole big secret who Frankie was, but he was known as Frankie back then too. But maybe people like forgot by now or something. How long ago has it been? Or the whole city is keeping the secret? Or they don't realize it's supposed to be a secret? Or I don't know what. Not exactly, huh? Okay, they obviously didn't think they would kill them. So why'd they shoot them? For fun, maybe. I really like his long hair for some reason. I mean, Tom did say that it didn't matter who used the ship or something. Okay. Okay, so he just made it clear to the town people. Maybe not clear, but they made them doubt that it was them. What was the point of that? Like, made them doubt that it was Frankie who was responsible, and Tom and everyone, and Iceberg. Brought them down in the same ships. Yeah. Yeah.
俺の船じゃねえだと。それだけは言っちゃいけねえ。この先、お前がどんな船を作ろうと構わねえ。だが、生み出した船が誰を傷つけ
You have to.
そうとも、海の親だけはそいつを愛さなくちゃならねえ。生み出した者がそいつを否定しちゃならねえ。船を責めるな。
Yeah, they're like a tool. Yeah, that was his philosophy from before. I mean, and I do get it to some degree. Like, sure, I guess. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What are you doing? That was satisfying as much as it's going to get him in trouble now. I don't know if I can agree with it though. Like, do people who build guns, I mean, obviously they probably love building guns, and there's something beautiful about guns, I guess. I mean, they're not responsible for how you use the gun. You can use it for self-defense too, and for protecting what you love, I guess. Fine, fair enough. Yeah, they were already biased against him. The fact that he made the train kind of assuaged that for a bit, but not enough to face this.
裁判長司法戦襲撃の罪を認める。
トムさん、やめろよ。
だが一つ頼みがある。
抜かせや、捕魚人。罪人の頼みなど誰。
黙っていろ CP5。
Yeah, shut up.
海列車を作ったことで何か罪が一つ消えるというのなら今日の罪を消してほしい。たとえその望みが通ったとしても振り出しに戻るだけだ。
Yeah, you'll still be executed for building the ship.
いいんだ、これで。いいかおめえ、自分を責めるなよ。まさか政府がこれほど強硬に設計図を狙っていたとはな。罪名が14年前に戻っても何もかも昔とは違う。この島は今や力に満ちている。
Yeah, he managed to make a change for sure.
司法戦襲撃犯3人を捕らえろ。
待て。罪名は変更だ。海賊王ゴールドロジャーの海賊船製造の罪により造船技師トム1名をエニエスロビーへ連行する。
Yeah.
弟子2人を解放しろ。
They have the blueprints, he doesn't realize. Okay.
おめえらトムさんに救われたんだ。あいつらを敵に回したら命がいくつあっても足りやしねえ。NS ロビーは政府所有の司法の島。あそこへ行った罪人が帰ってきた試しは一度だってねえんだ。
Yeah, they're executed, I guess, or something. I think they talked about executing him, didn't they?
おいてめえら、すぐに運べ。
俺は
この表イカレ魚人はや、無理だ。
Oh no. I get the urge though. Definitely. Got bent. Yeah, making a good case for anyone. And that's when he left.
なんだ。クーティフラムです。何？ここまで追ってきました。線路の上に何やら武器を持って。
Oh wow.
止まれ、パフィングトム。
Is that why the frog tried to stop the train all the time? Because Frankie tried to do it? And then it ran him over? Like it's so sturdy. It's going to... Oh, fuck. That's so fun.
どんとうちに来い。
トムさん、俺はもう船なんか作りたくねえ。本当に大切な人たちを傷つけた船を俺は愛せねえ。
I mean, I get that for sure.
俺の目標はやっぱりあんただから。俺もいつか夢の船を作りてえから。我々の聞いているトムという男は腕は確かだが凶暴で手に負えない怪力の行人。町の人間に聞いても口を濁すばかりだ。
Oh, he was a fishman. Like I saw that they said that and it didn't sink in.
うちの長官にこの件を報告したら、すぐにでもお前と話したいというもんでな。長官？カティフラム。久しぶりだな。
It's him?
あれで生きていたとはな。
He's responsible for CP9 now?
信じられねえが、嬉しいニュースだ。誰だ？
Like he moved from CP5 to become the head of CP9?
俺はぶつけようのない怒りに苛まれて生きてきた。自分を傷つけた犯人、死んじまったからさ。だから誰だっつってんだろ。覚えて。
And now he also has, like maybe he's also a cyborg.
サイファーボールナンバー5で地方戦襲撃現行犯トムズ・ワーカーズを
Red-handed, yeah. At least his face has all these braces. Yeah, definitely, like, there's, similarity between the two of them. Maybe he also has some things installed in there. Like, maybe he's not outright a cyborg, but I guess what makes you a cyborg is the fact that you have, like, not organic things installed into your body. So I guess it's, anything can make him into a cyborg. So, I mean, yeah, there's definitely, like, a parallel between the two of them. So he was working with CP5, and he was so stupid, though. And then he became the chief of CP9. Maybe not right away. Something happened there. He became the chief of CP9. I mean, it's like a secret that nobody knows about. I mean, except the world government, probably. And he's, like, in charge of it? Like, was he in charge of it from the get-go? Like, did he create it in a way? Or, like, not on his own, but, like, was he always the chief, kind of CP9? Because he maybe made it, like, dedicated his life to finding those blueprints after he was, like, so... like, it's humiliated, I guess, by the fact that he caught Tom, but he never got the blueprints, I guess, and so they appointed him or something to become the head of the CP9, maybe. Okay. Like, on the one hand, I definitely get what Tom is saying. Like, you have to love what you're doing for it to be, like, you have to give it all your heart, pretty much. Like it's not... like, it's just a tool. Whoever uses it is the one responsible for how they use it, But still, I feel like I have a hard time just kind of accepting that and saying, like, okay, sure, you're not responsible at all for... like, you build a gun and you're not responsible for who dies. I mean, you're not. It's true. Like, but still, if you build a gun and then leave it lying on the table and someone picks it up and uses it, then obviously the blame is with the guy who used the gun. But I can understand you as the creator of it, who so carelessly kind of put it aside, feeling something about that, like not being able to... maybe you shouldn't feel regret about the fact that you created the gun, but the fact that you kind of didn't maybe, like, like just kind of was careless about where you put it or something, or... like, I get the sentiment, but it's also... like, I also definitely get why Frankie would feel like regret about the fact that he created those battleships. Like, yeah, maybe it's not directly his fault. I mean, for sure it's not directly his fault. It's Spandam's fault, for sure. But the fact is that if he didn't create those battleships, then none of this would have happened. Well... but, like, they weren't created with this intention. They were just created because he wanted to create them. And I guess, and that's what Tom is, like, so, like, put so much emphasis on, like, to the point that he hit him for the first time. Like, he always allowed him to do this and wanted him to pursue his passion. And now he kind of went back on his passion, and Tom was, like, not having that at all. And also, there's also the fact that, a gun, I guess, is not exactly an equivalent example. I mean, it is for the battleships that Frankie built, I guess, because they're battleships. That's what they're about. But at the end there, when he got hit with the train, I guess it was in the end, somewhere in there, and he got hit with a train, he did say that he wanted to build a dream ship that would sail, like all over the earth or the edges of the earth or something, that it wasn't about, being a battleship. Like, he kind of changed his goal, I guess. Like, it was still building a ship, but for a different purpose. Not that, the battleship was built for the purpose of being used as a weapon, I guess. He just didn't think about it all the way. I think in some way he was a kid and it sounded cool. And I mean, he was thrown off a ship that I guess was a pirate ship or something. So in a way, maybe he was kind of his way of coping with that, kind of creating, these weapons to make him feel powerful in some way or something. Like maybe the fact that they were weapons, that wasn't like really what drew him to create them. Like, it wasn't about being used as a weapon. It was about creating them and showcasing his prowess in creating them. And so he kind of changed. Like, he realized that wasn't really what he wanted to do. The point was creating. And the point was maybe to create like a ship. I mean, for sure, to create a ship whose main goal is to sail, pretty much. So, like, yeah, the thing is that the ship is not only about being a weapon, because a ship is also not a weapon. I mean, when it's a battleship, yes, it is a weapon. I mean, they call the Pluton a weapon because it is. But when it's like first and foremost a ship, and then there are like, cannons installed or whatever, it's not. So there's a lot to love about creating that, and a lot to, and it's definitely not, like, the intention of it is not to use it as, as a bad thing. Or I guess you don't. I mean, it kind of sounds like you're like, okay, like, I know that the ship could be used by a pirate, but I'm just not going to think about it. Like, it doesn't matter to me. I just build the ship. I love the ship, no matter what it's used for. It's, I like, I get it. On the other hand, I was just like, I feel like it's a little bit like not taking responsibility, just. And I'm not saying it's your sole responsibility, because obviously the responsibilities with the pirates who use, or the Navy dudes who use the ship for whatever they use the ship for. But, if you're selling your ship to a pirate, I guess you don't know if that pirate is a good pirate. But most pirates are not usually good pirates. So how do you just, like, ignore that? You're just like, I don't think about that. It doesn't matter to me. Like, and from what Tom, like, said at the end there, like, that he was proud of, like, what he said was, I'm proud of the fact that I assisted Gold Roger, in his piracy. And obviously he was saying that so they would, charge him on that and leave Frankie and Iceberg and not do anything to them. But he was proud of creating the ship. Like he said, you have to be proud of every ship that you create. You have to, build every ship with all your heart and never, I guess, never regret the work that you do. But I guess I don't think he meant that. Like, I don't think he meant that he was proud of the assistance to Gold Roger. I don't know what the circumstances of selling the ship to the Gold Roger were. Like, he knew exactly who he was. He knew what would happen if you sold him the ship. I don't know. Like, maybe you sure, don't be, like, you shouldn't regret the ship that you built, but maybe you should, like, just not sell them to pirates. I don't know. And Gold Roger himself is seen as a hero for Luffy and stuff. He's kind of seen as, like, a good guy, as kind of like a cool guy at the very least. Again, it's good is not the right term, but like someone to look up to. Like, we don't know enough about him though. We just know that he was cool. He had a lot of treasure. He died. He was cool though throughout, and he started the whole thing with the pirates, like, made everyone want to be a pirate. So definitely a lot of legacy to him. And he came across as, like, a cool dude. I mean, I said this, but, like, yeah, like, from other people's perspective as well, it seems. So what I'm saying is basically that the show is obviously inclined toward the idea that pirates are not inherently bad, or should be, like, stopped just for being pirates or something. So Tom selling the ship to Roger, like, should be seen as a good thing, as, like, something to be proud of. Like I don't know what the moral standing here is exactly, because it's hard to decide, because we know there are bad pirates, we know there are bad navy, we know there are good pirates, we know there are good navy, or whatever. But we would definitely have more emphasis on the good pirates in some way, like, that we look up to, and on the bad navy that we come across, because our crew, our people, the people we follow are pirates. So everything kind of, our perspective has to, reflect that. Like, Luffy immediately, like, when he came across Aokiji, it was like hating on him because he's a navy, and then he realized that he was doing good, and he was like, oh, okay, it's kind of confusing. And I mean, it's supposed to be not black and white, but I don't know what that leads me. Anyway, I can understand, the Navy, the government saying, you sold a ship to Gold Roger, who's a pirate. We're going to, you're going to have to, account for that. I can understand that. Because, whose responsibility is it, selling the ship? It's yours. You chose to sell it, I guess. Again, I don't know the circumstances, but, pretty much. Or you chose to build it according to his specifications. I don't know, maybe it was a custom-made ship. it seems more likely, right? So, I think. So, I guess maybe we're just, not supposed to... Because Frankie is, Frankie is, the good guy here, right? And he was he didn't like the fact that they were blaming Tom, and he was he has nothing to, it's not his fault at all, and they should all, he was angry at the city, at the people in the city, and the fact that they shunned Tom because he helped Gold Roger, and obviously at the judicial court, the court, yeah, that those people. But maybe we're not supposed to see that as, oh, for sure, yeah, that's what the show is saying, because that's what Frankie is saying, Maybe we're just supposed to be kind of mixed about it. Kind of be yeah, the government does, it does make sense that the government would go after the pirates, obviously. And, even if a lot of them are corrupt and bad, it doesn't mean that, at the heart of it, the fact that they go after pirates is the bad thing, or people collaborate with pirates. Even if they don't do it because they support pirates one way or the other. They're not criminals as it is, but they do their job, and then, and they build a ship, and then that ship is, it's Gold Roger's ship. Maybe there's just not a right answer here. It's just yeah, this is what it is. And you can see their perspective, you can understand Tom's perspective, but you can also understand kind of the government's perspective. As far as, the, obviously not Spandam and everything he did, because obviously that's not, anything that's corrupt, from the moment that they, they use pirates to do things that, terrible things under the government's protection, the moment that they use CP9 that can do things that they can kill and do whatever, and they're super secret because they can get away with anything, obviously that's where that's obviously bad, and corrupt on the government's part. But as far as going kind of fair and square after pirates, and people build shit for pirates, maybe it's not supposed to be portrayed as bad, inherently. Though it definitely does feel bad, just in general. Because we see Tom, and we don't see him, he's definitely not portrayed as a bad guy. And then, the government is after him. And, they did give him a chance, though. And they did give him, the chance to build the train that will help them so much. And he did. And, he was granted, an acquittal. And then Spandam came into the picture. So, there is some fairness, it seems, in the whole business, to some degree. The guy... the head of the court or something, he seemed pretty decent, on the whole. He tried to keep his hands were kind of tied, and he also thought that for some reason Tom just went on a rampage and was and attacked his ship for some reason, but he did right by him as much as he could, kind of, even after he thought that. So, yeah, it's definitely not straightforward, and I really took a long time, and I don't know, what the conclusion is at the end. Yeah, okay, cool. Definitely made me think, though, these episodes, I guess, about what the show is actually... the show is definitely trying to portray both sides as neither bad nor good. But we still have the emphasis on Luffy and people like him who are pirates but are good. Yeah, so there is still a bias in that regard, I guess, at the end of the day. Okay, anyway, interesting. So I know there's an arc called Any Sloby. Is it Any Sloby or Any Sloby? I think they said Ennius in Japanese. I'm pretty sure, but I'm not certain. Anyway, so there's an arc that takes place there. So we're definitely going to go there. And I mean, now I know that it's where the people who get sentenced to go or something and get convicted. So, and we know that they wanted to take Frankie there to meet with this, right? He said he was going to meet him there to meet with Spandam. So I wonder if that's kind of like that this arc won't really end, like won't have like a conclusion quite yet. And then we'll just go over to Enies Lobby eventually. Like if Frankie is just going to be taken and we'll just have to follow him or something. Or not. Or we'll prevent it somehow, but we'll still have to go to Enies Lobby for some reason. Or just, we'll just happen to have to go across there. I don't know. Anyway, it's interesting. I really liked Iceberg, like young Frankie and Iceberg. It was something about their design and about their attitude. I love an attitude where it's like, people grow up together, or they're friends, but they also hate each other. Kind of like a sibling, dynamic, but a kind of dysfunctional sibling dynamic. Not really dysfunctional, but I like that there was so much tension there that was sometimes kind of like ridiculous tension, but sometimes had a lot of weight to it when they really disagreed about something that was very fundamental, like battleship, creating it and using it and stuff, and about Tom being like the blame being pinned on Tom because of that, and and Iceberg saying like I will never forgive you, and the whole thing with the train and stuff, and Frankie dying, or then obviously he didn't die, but I wonder how he survived exactly, like who did the upgrades on his body. Did he do it himself somehow? Like how long was it before he came back? Like where did he go? Anyway, I guess that will all have to be answered at some point. But I'm very invested. I like this story. So I hope you guys enjoy this reaction, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Special thanks to my top patrons: Betty and Tier, Andy Plays All Night, Stone Tree, Tieranor, Michael Gabriel, and Shiakuben. And to the rest of my amazing patrons, without whose support I will never be able to do any of this. Thank you so much.